All right, my name is Ed O'Brien, and this is the We Run the State podcast. This is our first episode for the year 2023. Got my man Jackson Pons with me today. Haven't seen you in a couple months. How you been?
I've been good. How about yourself?
I've been good. I know the last time I saw you, you was with I think Team 412 for a couple 7-on-7 tournaments.
Hmm. Yeah.
So what have you been up to since then?
Lately, we just been I just been practicing with my team, and we've been in kind of like mini camps, kind of. Been lifting and doing speed and agility and some football and stuff. But nothing besides that. I got to play a few tournaments with 4-on-2, but besides that, we just been working out with the team and stuff.
Okay, and when I last saw you in March, tell me how your recruiting was going at that point.
It was going good. That was right before I was planning on committing. So I was visiting a lot of places and stuff, and talking to a lot of schools, and then it started to I started to feel like I just wanted to be. I wanted it to. I feel like I wanted to find where I wanted to go and stuff. So I started slimming it down, cutting it down to a few schools, and then I decided on Miami. And yeah, but during March, it was pretty active and stuff, and talked to a lot of schools.
And who were the schools showing the most interest at that point?
At that point, it was Miami, Toledo. Um, I was talking to Duke a lot then. I was talking to Pitt, Penn State a little bit, and a lot of the MAC schools were showing tons of interest. That was like Central Michigan, Kent State, Bowling Green, and Ohio too. And yeah, those were the main schools that were showing the most interest in.
Okay, and I know you play both positions, wide receiver and
Hmm.
defensive back. Um, I probably know the answer to this, but just for the audience' sake, how did most schools see you as far as how you fit
Safety.
into their team at the next level?
Yeah, so most of the schools that have been recruiting me have been recruiting me at safety, and which is crazy because before it was receiver, and then until when I was at your camp in my sophomore year,
Hmm.
yeah, before before my sophomore season, um, I I started. It was all receiver before then, and then after that camp, and you published an article about me at DB. It kind of took off at safety, and so ever since then, all my recruitment has been at safety.
Now, from a personal standpoint, because I knew at that point, I mean, obviously you can't play wide receiver at the
Hmm. Yeah.
I know you can play at the next level too, but how much did it take for you to change your mind mentally as far as okay, you wanted well, I don't want to assume, but I'm guessing you wanted to play wide receiver at the next level, but
Yeah.
then things changed and now you're being recruited for defensive back.
Yeah, it wasn't too much of a mental change, but it was definitely like kind of an eye opener. I definitely wanted to play receiver at the next level, and it kind of just flipped. It kind of switched in the matter of a week or a couple of days, and I think it was just me like kind of like embracing it,
Okay.
which made it easier. Now, when people ask me what I want to play, I definitely say safety. Because that's what I love now. I think I would definitely prefer it over receiver 100% because you get to do all the aspects of the game. You get to tackle. You get to cover, make plays on the ball. And you can even make some big plays that can change the game. So I definitely have embraced it, and that's that's definitely my probably my favorite position now.
Okay. And I know you committed to Miami of Ohio on April
Mhm.
23rd. How soon did you know that you wanted to commit to Miami before that particular date?
Before that, I was kind of unclear. I was definitely torn in between my top three were Toledo and Ohio and Miami, and I think it was when I went on my third my second visit there, which was my personal visit after my unofficial with the junior day. My first one was an unofficial junior day, which was like I loved the campus and it had a huge impression on me, and that's what put them in the top three for me. But um, the second time when I went back with my family, the interactions with the coaches and like their effort to make it seem like another home away from home, obviously, I mean, was just unbelievable, and it kind of pushed me definitely to that spot because I mean they approach it different than anyone else in the recruiting world. I mean, because recruiting it's a big business. I mean, but they definitely take it to a personal level, and they have a huge plan for me when I get there in their defensive scheme. So I mean, I'm looking forward to that.
And that leads me to my next question. What are some things that the coaching staff told you or has told you in regards
Mm-hmm.
to what they like about you as a prospect and how they see you fitting into their defensive scheme?
Well, they see me so in their defensive scheme they run a 4-2-5, which and they have pretty much three safeties kind of, and Coach Brecken, the safeties coach, pretty much broke it down to me when I was there on my second visit that we brought out a board and sat down and we went through it for an hour and a half, and I mean he sat me down and explained each position to me and how he thinks I can play all three, and that's what he sees me. I mean, he sees that I can cover, I can fill the alley, and I can also go guard people in the slot and stuff. So, I mean, he really broke it down and said that like I can see you playing all three of these positions that most people can't. So that was a deal break. That was a big deal breaker, and for me and my family's decision.
Okay, and now heading into your senior season, how does it feel to have that particular decision off your shoulders before
It's way
senior season?
yeah, it's way more relaxing. I mean, I don't have to really worry about recruiting and like having to go and do something abnormal. And I can just go out and play and have fun for my senior year because I plan on graduating early. So, graduating in January, I mean, that's like it's just a big weight off my shoulders, and I can relax and have fun and not have to worry about anything. And then after the season's done, I get to go up to campus, and then the real stuff begins.
Okay, so you answered my question. So you do plan to enroll early.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Okay, and just a couple more questions. What are some things that you've been working on to get better as a football player?
Um. Well, since I was more focused on receiver, I've definitely been working at DP more. I mean,
Okay.
working on speed, hips. I mean, that's and just approaching the game as more of a DB now instead of like working on more receiver drills. But I mean, I still work at that. But like, I mean, I definitely was kind of behind because I mean, I just started really focusing on DB than besides compared to everyone else. So I mean, I think more DB drills, speed, hips. I mean, those are the most important things for a DB. So I mean, those are the two most I've focused on.
Okay, and last question. What are some of your individual and team goals? I'm sorry, what are some of your
Uh,
team and individual goals for the 2023 season?
yeah, for my team goals, I mean, as with the new staff and everything, I think the playoffs are the most important. That's what we want to do is make the playoffs and just give us a shot to eventually make a run. But the playoffs are definitely the biggest goal, and for our team, and I think that's the main goal. I think that's the only goal and the main goal. So, but then personal goals, I would say I definitely want to be all team. I mean, all first team conference for both sides of the ball. Like again last year, but all state. Um, Definitely want to make the Big 33 game. But besides that, I mean, it's pretty basic. I mean, I just want to go out and have fun this season and hopefully make the playoffs with my team. I mean, that's the main goal. I mean, we just want to win this year because last year we went 1-9. So that's the main goal is just win a few games and make the playoffs and then hopefully make a run. You know.
Absolutely, and then sounds like great goals, and I'm sure you'll be able to
Yes, sir.
accomplish all of them. So, hey,
For
I
sure.
appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, and I'll definitely
For sure.
we'll definitely be keeping our eyes on you this season. All right,
For sure. Thank you for having me.
no problem.